Y'all welcome to Grind Mode TV. I'm your boy Big Motion, and we got another one for you guys. Welcome to those who subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't take you for nothing to subscribe. Just takes you a second. Support your boy. But we're here with another video. I know it's been a while, and I was supposed to bring y'all more Diddy stuff, but I didn't get the chance to bring y'all more Diddy stuff. Been a little busy on other things, but we're going to talk about this guy right here right now. Mr. Ep, the big Ep. You know what I'm saying? They worried about Diddy, but what about the big Ep? We haven't seen no list. Nobody has been arrested. What happened to his homegirl? What happened to his accomplice, his homegirl that was helping him? We haven't heard her trial. What's going on? Everybody worried about Diddy, but letting the biggest devil fly under the radar. But let's go ahead. And I ain't going to hold y'all. We're going to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so now and support the channel. But let's get to the footage.
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
Really? They found nothing? There's no list now? There's nothing that's linking him to anything? And he's dead? Well, today they asked Trump about it. You know what Trump said? Why are y'all asking about Epstein when everything else is going on? Which I feel him. But, hey, buddy, you on the list too. Who's going to answer for this? People died. Y'all worried about Diddy. It's all over the news, but people died on this end.
That's right. After months of promising to deliver the goods on the Jeffrey Epstein case, Trump's Justice Department and the FBI have miraculously concluded there is no evidence that Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was murdered. Jank, before we get into the details and all of the fallout, are you buying it?
Of course not. Literally no one sane could buy this. And so we'll get into the people not buying it a little bit later in this segment and in this show from all the different sides. And we'll get into who is powerful enough to cover this up. But guys, I want you to understand what Jordan just said. The people who said they definitely were the Epstein files and they were definitely going to reveal them and release them are now saying not only is there no Epstein files, even though they were on her desk and there was truckloads of them, there were no Epstein clients.
Y'all let that sink in for a minute, what they doing right now. They doing this live in front of y'all. They doing this live, slowly but surely. Everybody now been alive long enough to know about the Epstein case and know what went on. Now they telling y'all there's no evidence, there's no Epstein, there's no evidence, there's no list, nobody died, he didn't do anything wrong, but he got arrested. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense.
Hundreds of victims. The FBI once said it could get up into the thousands. Thousands of videotapes. Well, those videotapes were for no reason at all. And it doesn't even matter because there was no clients. No one to be prosecuted. Hundreds of victims. Did they victimize themselves? Well, we're going to find out apparently. No, actually, we're never going to find out. Isn't it interesting? Democrats and Republicans, and yet both of the parties say, oh, no, there's nothing to see there. It's definitely not us or our intelligence agencies or any of our allies. Definitely not. Well, it doesn't matter because there's no clients at all. Then why is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison? Why did that Prince Andrew give a giant settlement?
Great question. Why was Epstein in prison? Why was Epstein in prison? If he did nothing, y'all just arrested this man. He died under your custody. Nobody came forward to fight for the reason that he died in your custody. And now y'all saying that, hey, he did nothing. This is right in front of your eyes. And y'all better pay attention.
Why did any of these things happen? Why did all of these people say there was, and then they get in, they go, sweat, as we're about to get into in a second. There is no files, there are no clients. Yeah, sure. So let Jordan explain to you guys, show you the truth and the lies. But if you believe that there were no Epstein clients, you might be the dumbest person in America.
My favorite way to look and feel amazing in my body? Easy. It's Green Chef. Eating clean isn't complicated.
Let's get into the details. According to a DOJ and FBI memo detailing the findings of their investigation, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. They also conclude that Epstein committed suicide in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City on August 10th.
One quick shout out to the Young Turks, which is bringing us this information. The link will be in the description for you to check out the rest of this video when we're done with it. But it's the Young Turks that's doing this right now.
2019, which they argue is consistent with previous autopsy findings and video footage. As part of this memo, the DOJ released 11 hours of alleged surveillance camera footage from the common area of the Special Housing Unit, or SHU, where Epstein was held between. And they write in their report, as DOJ's Inspector General explained in 2023, anyone entering or attempting to enter the tier where Epstein's cell was located from the SHU common area would have been captured by this footage. The FBI's independent review of this footage confirmed that from the time Epstein was locked in his cell at around 10:40 p.m. on August 9th, 2019, until around 6:30 a.m. the next morning, nobody entered any of the tiers in the SHU. But as you might remember, that DOJ Inspector General report they cited also revealed very suspicious technical issues with cameras inside the prison. Recorded video evidence for August 9th and 10th for the SHU area where Epstein.
Technical issues with the camera. How come they never had any technical issues when I got arrested? How come they just don't lose all my files and my backgrounds? But for Jeffrey Epstein, no human trafficker, a real human trafficker, child molester, murderer, you know what I'm saying? We misplaced all the files. There is no list. Man.
Epstein was housed was only available from one prison security camera due to a malfunction of MCC New York's digital video recorder system that occurred on July 29th, 2019. While the prison cameras continued to provide live video feeds, recordings were made for only about half the cameras. MCC New York personnel discovered this failure on August 8th, 2019. But it was not repaired until after Epstein's death. The available recorded video footage from the one SHU camera captured a large part of the common area of the SHU and portions of the stairways leading to the different SHU tiers, including Epstein's cell tier. Epstein's cell door, however, was not in the camera's field of view.
Another question. When they arrested Diddy, when they raided his house, when they did everything, it was live on TV. We got to see everything piece by piece, footage by footage, every step by step. When they arrested Epstein, all it showed him was in handcuffs walking, being in custody. But we got to see the feds, what they brung out, heard what they brung out of Diddy's house, all the oils and all this and all the tapes. And with Epstein, all we heard was a list. Never heard what was in Epstein's house. As you can see behind me, that's Epstein's island, which was in the Virgin Islands. It was one of the Virgin Islands. It was, he bought an island in the Virgin Islands in that area. And we got no footage, no documentation of what they took out the house or what they seen in the house. None of that. So this just baffles me how you can treat one case this way and Epstein case right now is just, maybe it's because he's dead and they can't do nothing to him, but Still. They still got it. They still got his version of Cassie locked up. What about her? What's going to happen to her?
2 guards assigned to check Epstein's cell overnight fell asleep and shopped online at their desk for about 3 hours and later falsified related records. Nonetheless, the government insists there was no foul play. And now they're trying to say that what they really care about is protecting Epstein's thousands of victims.
Hey, I'm Excel, and I'm Excel with data rails. You know, finance teams love me. I'm pretty much their best friend.
One of our highest priorities is combating child exploitation and bringing justice to victims. Perpetuating unfounded theories about Epstein serves neither of those ends. To that end, while we have labored to provide the public with maximum information regarding Epstein and ensured examination of any evidence.
Didn't they just said it was nothing? Now they want to hide the victims and everything. They just said it wasn't no evidence of him doing anything. There's no list, but you want to hide the victims. Make it make sense, man. It's just crazy.
In the government's possession, it is the determination of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation that no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. That's a departure from the Trump administration's attitude at the beginning of his term. One day after telling Fox News she had Epstein's client list on her desk, Pam Bondi distributed binders marked declassified to far-right influencers at the White House. But it quickly became clear that the information inside was already public. So Cenk, despite these stunts, you might say, and all of these previous claims from the administration and many figures throughout the Trump camp, now suddenly they want everyone to believe that there's nothing to see here. Okay. It's all good. We're moving on.
So there are 2 things to talk about right now. One is the video cameras. The other is the series of spectacular coincidences. So first on the video cameras. So there was a mysterious video camera recorder malfunction at the exact time that Epstein hung himself. But don't worry, they have one useless camera trained on a rando door in a rando common area. But wait, that doesn't show his cell at all. It shows a common area. It proves absolutely nothing. And it appears there's 1 minute missing from the video.
1 minute missing for the video. It took them 4 to 5 years to show you this video. And it's of a random door, random camera, and it's a whole, a minute before Epstein got killed that's missing when he hung himself, or 5 minutes? That's crazy. Man.
Oh, come on, guys. I mean, this is the most incompetent cover-up in the history of humanity. It's done so incompetently. We're gonna tell you later in the show about how MAGA's like, oh, come on. We'll believe anything from Trump, but this is the most unbelievable thing that anyone has ever. There's no clients, and the video cameras were magically off, and the guards were magically asleep and shopping. All of this magic happened, but don't worry, there's nothing to see here, okay?
Wow, that is crazy, man. That is nuts. They drag Diddy through the streets. They give you all the footage you need, the trials, everything, coverage day to day, and everything about Epstein magically disappeared. Like I said, this is the Young Turks, the Young Turks channel. Y'all please go check them out, subscribe, and to watch the rest of the video, you can go ahead and check out the Young Turks. But come on, man, like he said, this is the worst cover up ever. The worst. They actually just saying y'all stupid and just forget about it. Because one thing I know, if it's not on TV, it's on nobody's mind. And I want y'all to think about that. Those who control images control minds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things slip under the radar just because they just take it off of TV. This is your boy Big Motion. bringing you another one. We will have a part 2 of this Epstein case right now. We will have a part 2, so y'all tune in for the part 2. And I will bring y'all the Diddy trial, the rest of that, and what's going on with that. I know it's been a minute, but y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, man, support the channel. It's your boy Big Motion. Peace.